wasn't for their own glory. It wasn't for their own honor. It was what God had instilled in them, you know. And I think I've done a few interviews this week, and I think the one thing that I kept coming back to was that this was not a spur of the moment decision, but it was a decision that they'd been formed, trained to do, you know, by virtue, by values from their families, the way they were raised. It was so selfless. They didn't think of themselves, you know, and they didn't have to think too long and hard about it. They just, this is what had to be done, and they did it. So it wasn't a split-second decision in that sense, but one that had been just growing to them throughout their lives, and it manifested itself on that morning on the ship. Yes, definitely. And, you know, you think about acts of bravery, acts of unconditional love, acts of sacrifice. We're asked to do that every day. You know, maybe not to the extent of you know, a sinking ship in wartime, you know, but what are the ways that we can show unconditional love without asking anything in return, without putting ourselves first? We can do that in everyday life, you know, and obviously some are more grand than others, but sometimes it's all the simple things, the little things, you know, that can add up to the big. You're welcome.